Good evening and salutations, my Days of Our Lives fans. I haven't come up with a new intro for Beyond Salem yet, so and technically it still is Days of Our Lives, just like a spinoff. Um, wow. You know what? Let's go with my. I was gonna try to be sarcastic and say let's go with my favorite character, Anna, but I don't have it in me. I don't even have it in me to be sarcastic about this one because, I mean, I don't even know where to begin. It's just a stupid meter, and in this episode, the stupid meter is so high. Let's start with Anna for a minute. Let's start with this dingbat. So, she's not there whining the whole time, but why is John and Marlene not there trying to bid against me? They know that I need this. Like, she's just being all whiny. How did anyone actually tolerate this woman being on these episodes before is beyond me. Something happens where I guess they escort this bald guy out the room saying that he had bad intentions or something. I'm not too sure. But they escort him out, they stop the bidding for a little bit, and then they resume the bidding. Now, during I guess their intermission or whatever, John tells Anna and Tony like why they're there for. You know, they sit there and say they're on NSI business or whatever, and this is the reason why we need to get back this jewelry. Like, we need, this is official business. We're not doing this for kicks and giggles or anything like that. This is literally official business. So you would think that a person with a brain will be like, alright, you know what, maybe I'll get something else. Maybe I'll get something else. I don't know if she said this before or after, but she was like, oh, I have to get this this jewelry, it's gonna save Carrie and Austin's marriage. This idiot really believes that a piece of jewelry is gonna fix their I don't know what Tony actually ever saw in this woman is beyond me, but I don't know those characters before, their ups and downs or anything like that, but I guarantee you that a piece of jewelry is not gonna fix their marriage, okay? Because whatever is wrong with that marriage is still there. It's still a bit broken. I mean, the fact of the matter is, this guy got drunk, and he decided to bring up Carrie's past transgressions. The fact that she cheated, he just brung it up. Now, I'm not going to sit there and be mad at him because, alright, she did cheat. That was wrong. But if it's something that's supposed to be in the past and they so-called worked through it, the fact that he's bringing it back up is an issue. And if this stupid dingbat thinks that jewelry is going to fix it, I just don't know where to begin on the level of stupidity that she has. But it doesn't stop there. So, the bidding starts again, and, they call out the number, and she raises her hand. John and Marlena look at her like, did this woman not hear a word what we just said? I think they're just shocked. They are genuinely shocked at just how stupid and self-centered this woman really is. But it doesn't stop there. No, because when John tries to bid, he can't find his little bidder thing. Why? Because this idiot took it. This idiot Anna took. So of course, she raises her hand. She gets it, and then she says, "Oh, I'm sorry." Goodness. Yeah, I know she was a little bit flaky and a little bit kind of ditzy, but I was just like, okay, whatever, it's fine. I was more concerned at the time when I first saw her about the whole Gwen story. So her acting all ditzy and whatever, just the way she was acting was like, you know what? Whatever. I'm too pissed off at her. Well, I'm not pissed off at her anymore, and All my attention is focusing on that stupid dingbat. Now, speaking of stupid dingbats, the sad truth of the matter is, this scene, in many ways, mirrors a scene in General Hospital. So, the guys with the guns come in, and they tell Paulina, "We want the ring. Hand over the ring." You know what this idiot says? "No, I'm not doing it. Da-da-da-da-da-da. You're going to have to pry it off my cold, dead hands." Now, and that was just really idiotic. Mirrors another scene on General Hospital where a bunch of guys came in and they want to take Olivia's ring. Man, I wish I would have been reviewing soap operas back then, because I would have really went on Olivia, because she was like, "No, I'm not doing this. Ned gave it to me, and this means so much to me," and yada yada yada. Meanwhile, this guy has a gun to her head, and she's still just like, "Nope, I'm not doing it." This is after Ned is like, give them the ring. So Paulina does the exact same thing. She's like, "No, I'm not doing it. No, 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 no." I'm looking at Paulina like, you gotta be one of the dumbest, you gotta be among the dumbest women. The dumbest people. Screw gender for me. The dumbest people, or the dumbest person on this planet. This guy has a gun. I guess she must have forgot that there was other people, I don't know, at the table, at the restaurant. She's all like, "No." So he's like, "Alright, I'm going to sit there and wind up shooting one of your loved ones." Takes her a few seconds to think about this, because I guess that's just how her brain processes. And then she finally decides to give him the ring. She gives him the ring, and they run off. Now, Lonnie and Eli go after them. Mind you, they don't actually have weapons. You're going after two people that have guns. Somehow, Eli got one of them. Guy's not there shooting, and she's like ducked behind something. He gets away. I don't exactly remember the whole scene. I just was sitting there thinking the whole time, Paulina's all like, "Oh, I hope they're gonna be okay," and Abe was like, "They're gonna be fine," and she's like, "Oh, but they don't have guns." I was like, wait, now this chick's brain work? She realized that they didn't have guns, so what the hell are they doing going after two armed robbers? But your brain wasn't working, and you had a gun on you, and you're fit. I have a really good imagination. I mean, a really good imagination. I couldn't even make up this. I literally could not make up this. I think I'm a pretty good storyteller, but even I have limits. Okay? 1 minute, she is completely brainless and a total dingbat. The next, she points out the obvious that... I don't know if I'm going so hard on these characters because I didn't eat breakfast yet, or just the level of stupidity. But either way, one of them gets away. Lonnie, guys, he gets the other one. Because they take the other guy's gun. So Eli goes after the other person, but they don't manage to catch them. They get back to the hotel, and Paulina's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, like, I promised you a night of this, that, and the third, and all it's been is like chaos." And I'm like, "No, you should apologize for the fact that you didn't give them the ring. They had guns when you fit." Wow. Wow. Alright, so Sonny gets into the room, talks to Leo, Will shows up, and before Sonny even finds out what's really going on, he punches Leo in the face. I'm like, Sonny, have you lost your mind? I'm actually looking at this whole situation like, well, this is the guy that you seriously want to be with? I look at that because I'm just like, I get him being angry, him being emotional. He doesn't know what's going on. But you didn't even find out what was going on before you just jumped to conclusions. Which you assaulted this guy, by the way. And I'm sitting there thinking the whole time, you know, it'd be good out of spite. Well, not out of spite because he assaulted him. Call the cops and press charges. Will has to sit there and try to explain to Sonny that he's there for his story. He's been jerking him around as far as, you know, giving him breadcrumbs and pieces by pieces and all this other stuff like that to pay for rooms and stuff like that. And, you know, Will's like, listen, we'll do this one more night. And then that's it. You know, Chad comes in there, you know, to kind of get the ball rolling because Leo is still sitting there just... I was going to use an analogy and I decided not to. To string him along and Chad's like, alright, listen, we're not doing this. I mean, granted, this is after constant flirting of Leo flirting at Chad. But he talks. He gets him to give up some more information about a peacock, which I'm just like, and I didn't say this yesterday, but I was like, peacock? Really? Really? Okay. I'll buy it. I mean, it's silly and it's a little cringy, but I'll buy it, you know, a peacock or whatever. They go into this whole story about how the jewel is lost and it got found and all this other stuff. But long story short, Sonny agrees to have Leo stay with them one more night to get information. I mean, like, Will has to practically beg him to do it, and I'm just sitting there thinking, you know, well, maybe I should go to some like couples like counseling or something, because I get a lot of the stuff that he looked at was very suspicious, but to be honest, it seems like he has some trust issues. Like, he jumped in conclusions, and even after he saw you two together, he didn't even bother to find out what was going on. He just punches him in the face. That's, it's not normal. I mean, his reaction to punch him in the face, that's not normal. That's, yeah. You sit there trying to bribe him with, like, I don't know what he tried to bribe him with, but I'm like, yo, bribery ain't gonna do anything. You need to actually get this man under control, get him in some get y'all to in some counseling or something, because this is clearly not working. Ben and Sierra, as I say it begrudgingly. So, they come across a guy who's questioning Sierra about something, and, you know, I think Billy tackles him or something like that, finds out he's another undercover agent that's been sent there to help Billy. Which, of course, Billy's all like, I don't need no help. I got it all by myself. Which he totally didn't, because apparently this guy, whoever this guy's name is, I think Grant or something, knows who the two people who left are. So, long story short, Sierra volunteers to be Princess Gina's daughter. I don't really understand how that works, because did they not see Princess Gina's daughter? I don't understand how they're gonna, like, unless she knows that she looks similar to her, I don't understand how they're gonna pass that off. But she decides to come up with the plan, and, you know, at first Grant, or whatever his name is, like, I don't know about, you know, having civilians, you know, join us on our mission. And, you know, Billy's all like, oh, well, her parents are great cops. What does that mean? Yeah, okay, her parents are great cops. That doesn't mean that she's qualified. Like, okay, alright, we're gonna go with this. Okay, sure. So, they talk about some dancing or whatever. It's gonna be at some ballroom dance or something like that. And long story short, they found a way to put in a dance scene, because that made sense. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even bother watching it. It was like, okay, alright, cool. But, you know, Ben was all like, you know, we gotta sit there and practice because, like, you know, I want to be ready and stuff. And by the way, I feel like, and I know I sound like a broken record, but they're like always on top of each other. Like, even when they're just standing there and watching these two dance, they're all like, I'm like, I get they're supposed to be the couple in love and everything, and that's all cool and sweet and whatever, but I mean, Jesus, like, y'all been together for like 4 days. I don't know. I just look at that and I'm just like, yo, I feel like subconsciously one person or the other person's feeling like they're just smothering each other. Like, they just have to be on each other all the time. Like, it's just, ugh. Anyway, they get back to the hotel room. They start making out. And, you know, yeah. They do the devil's tango. I say do the devil's tango because apparently on YouTube you can't say the S-E whatever for some odd reason, and eventually I'm planning on getting paid by these videos, and apparently that's one of the no words you can not use, which is okay. And Austin pretty much kind of covers for Carrie, because Carrie's like, yo, listen, where's my parents at? They're not at the hotel. I just called the hotel. And, you know, Austin is all like, oh, I got a text from your mom. And Tony, you know, they're just really tired. They stayed at another hotel. Go to bed and I'll join you. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of just was like, I know that this episode was like 39 minutes long, even though it felt longer, but was Austin and Carrie really needed in this episode? I mean, they didn't really do much of anything, to be honest. They were just kind of there. I gotta say, even with the meter being so high on the stupidity level, I enjoyed this episode. I did. It's another one of those double-edged blades or double-edged whatever. It's one of those pros and cons. So it's like, it's really getting good. I know a lot of people that probably watching Days are watching this, and so I'm assuming that it's really doing good, which is probably not good, because if it does too good, I feel like there's a good chance that they may move Days to Peacock, which I'm not entirely a fan of. Because I feel like even if it's for free right now, eventually they're going to sit there and start charging for the premium, you know, the exclusive, you know, their original content, which, I'm going to be honest, as good as that show is, and as long as it's been on, I don't know if everyone is going to want to sit there and pony up that type of money. I'm just going to be honest. Anyway, with that being said, I think that's actually about it. Thank you for watching. I know it's been kind of confusing because, you know, I'm doing the reviews and one says Days and the other one says Days Beyond Salem, but I mean, I kind of just got to go by the title, so. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to go. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.